Hello again. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. This week I want to talk a little more about the energy transition. What does it mean for you? What does it mean for industry? What on earth is it? Well, at basic level, it's getting away from hydrocarbon-based energy forms into hydrocarbon-free energy forms. But, what does that mean specifically? It's hard to tell as yet. There was a very interesting presentation on the subject, though, during the FETSA AGM in Tarragona in June from Marcel van der Kar, who's Director of New Energies at Vopak. And I'm referring to the notes that I took while I was listening to him speak. He began by saying that the world is changing. And people have different expectations, and it's changing differentially around the world. And so any company in the hydrocarbon or fuel supply chain has to respond to that. And that transition is happening as we speak. And it's not clear what and where is actually going on. And so industry has to be alert. The other important thing, of course, is that the infrastructure has to be in place in order to enable an energy transition, a full energy transition to a hydrocarbon-free future. But until we have a better idea of what that hydrocarbon-free future looks like, it's hard to know what infrastructure needs to be in place. I think I did mention a few weeks ago the idea of e-fuels, which are liquid fuels manufactured from renewable sources through electrolysis, which obviously can utilize the same supply chain, and that's a benefit. But there's a lot of talk about moving to hydrogen as the basic fuel for energy. But the technologies are kind of raw in many cases. They're untested, certainly at scale. And so this is going to be a completely new solution. So it's going to take time to get there and time to get the infrastructure and the supply chain in place. I do remember seeing a hydrocarbon fuel car in the States many years ago, and there have been plans for H2 ocean-going carriers around for several years. But I think what's more likely is that some sort of carrier, like ammonia is the obvious one, will be moved to the point of use and then cracked to separate the nitrogen and hydrogen out of it. One other possible solution is to use methane, crack that, and then you take your H2 on the one hand and leave CO2, which seems odd that you're actually generating carbon dioxide at that point. But of course, if you do it in a controlled manner, you can collect it and possibly even use it, because don't forget, the petrochemical industry is going to be looking for a reliable source of carbon as a feedstock for plastics and other chemical materials in the future, and that's an opportunity. But at the moment, we don't know, and industry has to be prepared for any eventuality. Flexibility and agility are going to be key in this as we transition to the future, and probably in the future as well. I'm sad I won't be around to see it, probably. But then if it speeds up, maybe, who knows. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you next week. Bye for now.